Hey friends, I'm so glad that you are back with me today for another video. Today is an exciting day because I have never shared what I'm going to share with you today, ever. I have been keeping it a secret because I didn't really want people to know for privacy reasons. But first of all, today I am going to show you around our whole house because we are moving in just a few weeks. If you missed that video, I'll link it here for you. We are moving to Pennsylvania for my husband's job. We're very excited. So today I'm going to share with you a tour of our home. I haven't done this before. You guys have asked and asked, but I just didn't feel comfortable with it because just, privacy reasons, my kids' privacy, our safety, it just felt a little invasive. But now that we're about to move, I feel good about sharing that with you guys. And it is extremely clean today. And the reason is because we live near Augusta, Georgia, and we rent our house out for the week of Masters, the big golf tournament that you guys know is famous here in this area. People pay crazy amounts of money to rent your house for Masters because hotels are completely booked. So we usually rent it just about every single year, and it helps us a lot financially. It's a lot of work. We have a lot to do to prepare. We have a lot of things we have to move and shift and hide in closets and lock the closets and things like that. But it is worth it. The money is definitely worth it, and we kind of enjoy doing it. We've kind of got our routine down now. We've done it for several years. So that is why it is so clean, because we are headed out today because we have this place rented for the next week. So don't think that my house looks like this all the time. It never, ever, ever, ever looks like this except for once a year. So that's why it's this clean. Also, quick update on our house search. You guys have been asking. I shared in my last video that we had put an offer in on a house and we were kind of going back and forth with the seller. Well, we are still going back and forth with the seller. It's been an incredibly stressful week, y'all. So please just keep us in your prayers. I honestly just don't know at this point if we will even get that house. I'm just leaving it in the hands of the Lord and trying to just rest in the fact that I know that He has this, because in my own strength, I want to control it all. I want to know everything, and we just can't always do that. So anyways, thank you guys for your prayers. I will keep you posted on that. Hopefully next week I will have something to share with you on that. Also, I have another huge announcement coming up very soon, so be sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Be sure that you are hitting that notification bell so you see when I release videos, because this next one you are going to want to see. I believe that one is going to come out next week, so keep your eye peeled for that. Okay, y'all want to see a tour? Obviously, you have seen a lot of the rooms multiple times. This room, a ton. Living room, kitchen, dining room. Those rooms I share a lot, but I'm going to take you through the whole house today. Probably not closets, because we've got kind of a mess going on with the closets because we've had to shove toys and bath stuff and linens and all kinds of things in the closets. We put out luggage racks in each room for the guests to put their suitcase on, but we don't allow access to most of the closets. Some of them we do. So anyways, that's why you see luggage racks in some of the rooms. I'm also going to show you guys some of the before pictures of what this house looked like when we moved in 4 years ago. It was completely different, y'all. It was just very dark, very brown. It was just needed so much updating, and we have done a ton of that since we moved here. So I'll try to share those before pictures. And also today is a bit cloudy, so the lighting is not great, so I apologize. But come on, let's tour this house. Okay, so obviously you guys have seen this room a lot. The carpet came with the house, so we have not had to replace that. We did paint this wall green. We painted all of the walls and all of the ceilings in the entire house except for the laundry room and most of the closets. But we also painted most of the trim in the house. This color is called Edgecomb Gray. You can see it a little bit better over here. Most of the doors are also that color. I love it. I feel like, especially with so many awesome windows in this house, having that tan color around the windows has really just made those windows pop. Now, this bathroom is probably one of the biggest transformations of this entire house. It was really disgusting when we first moved in. It looked really awful. We pretty much did a complete gut of this bathroom. We took everything out and replaced it except for the toilet. I think we actually did buy a new toilet, but the actual position of the toilet stayed the same, but we moved the tub. The tub was going on this side of the wall, so we moved it there in the middle, and we got a new vanity, and I absolutely love how this space came together. I was literally laying these floor tiles while I was about 9 months pregnant, y'all. It was no joke. It was a labor of love. We did everything ourselves, except for we did hire somebody to come in and do some of the plumbing for us, but it turned out really pretty. We have shiplap on the walls in here, and it has held up great. I was concerned about it holding up in a bathroom, but it has held up really well. So I think it's probably because we used an outdoor paint, so it would be like super durable and waterproof. Okay, and outside the master, we have this hallway right here that we added this board and batten to. I used to have a really pretty collage on this wall right here, but I took a lot of the wall decor down when we listed the house to sell it, just because I didn't want a lot of clutter everywhere. So that's why a lot of the walls look kind of blank. So we have the board and batten down this hall, and then also down this hall. And I'll go down there in a minute, but the next room is the kids' bathroom. This is also one of the biggest transformations we made. We didn't take the tub out or the toilet, but we redid the rest of the room. We did a new vanity, lights, tile, all of that, and it turned out so beautiful. It's one of my favorite spaces in the whole house. This tile is also one of my absolute favorites in the whole house. I think it's from like Lowe's. It was very affordable, and it was actually really quick and easy to put down. I love doing tile though. That's like one of my favorite things. It is so fun for me. We also added the board and batten on the wall. It has a little bit of a lip that comes out right here, which I love. Guys, I can't remember the names of all the paint colors and all of that, but if you want to go on my Instagram, you can see where we transformed this house. If you scroll way, way down in the highlights, we have tons and tons of highlights on the different rooms, and I guarantee you the color is in there somewhere. Okay, now down the hall, you have Emmy and Michael's room. Have linens on the bed right here that we have to put out for our guests, so just don't mind that. But this room did have the pink scallops all the way around the room when it was just Emmy's room, but then when Michael needed to room with her, we added the little mountains on the side that he sleeps and added his little toddler bed right there, and I love it. It turned out so cute. It is just a fun little space for them. They each have their own closet, which makes it super convenient. Okay, so we are back in the black hallway, and then we're gonna go down this hallway now. This is our front door. So when you enter the house, you come in through that door. I have just a little entryway table right here that I've had for a really long time. This stone was already in the house when we bought it, so I think it is really cool. I did do kind of a, I guess you would call it a wash on it, like a whitewash. I did it with kind of like a tannish white color, and just did very little paint and a ton of water and just kind of rubbed it on there with a sponge because it was very orange. It was super, super orange, and I did not like that. So I wanted it to be just a little bit more gray, but still have a little bit of that brown in there. And I love the way it turned out. So then you have our piano here, a little bench here where we keep all of our shoes under there. And then we have the beautiful brick. Guys, this was a labor of love for sure. I did a German schmear on it using mortar, and it was a really simple process, but y'all, it was quite the task because as you can see, I did all of that, plus the other side of that and the other side of that. I'll go around and show you guys in a minute. But it was a lot of work, especially being pregnant. That was a task. That's also why downstairs with the brick down there, I did not end up doing a German schmear. I did more like a whitewash on it because that was just easier, and I was so tired of doing this brick. It was so exhausting, and I do love the way it turned out, but it was just really labor intensive. So this is the living room. We honestly didn't do a ton in here other than just paint and new light fixture. We did add, we pretty much had to put baseboards on around the entire house because there wasn't really any baseboards. So we chose the really tall baseboards, and I love how that turned out. I love our couch. Still not sure if we're taking it to the next house. I just don't know what the situation's gonna be yet, but if not, then I'll probably buy the same couch, just a little bit different layout. We have a beautiful view out this window of trees and our chicken coop. So we love to sit here. We love to sit out in that little chair out there and watch the chickens. It's been fun for us. And then around the corner here is our shelf that my dad built me. I have a whole video on when he built that for me. I can link it here for you guys. But this has been a huge blessing to house all of our homeschool stuff because we just had nowhere to put it upstairs before this. So we are thankful to have that. So through here is the dining room. And you guys have seen this before. This is where we do our school. I stenciled that wall. It's not wallpaper. Everybody always thinks it's wallpaper, even in person. But I definitely stenciled that. It was a fun little project. Very easy to do. And then this buffet was actually already here, but I painted it black and added the gold hardware to kind of give it a little bit of an update. And I like the way it turned out. And then here's more of that brick. We added that light fixture. This china cabinet was here when we got here. I bought it from the old owners and I just love it. It has been such a fun piece for this space, and it just displays all of my china so beautifully. I probably will be taking this with us. Okay, then you go through here, and this is the kitchen. It is a little bit messy right now because this is our last room to do before we leave the house in a minute, and also the dishwasher's going, so I apologize, it's kind of loud in here. And then this is down the stairs, obviously, to go to the downstairs, which I'll show you guys in a minute. This is the kitchen. This kitchen got a complete facelift when we moved in. This was the first project we tackled. We took all the cabinets off. They were just really ugly. They had this like little detailing around it. And so we just covered that up with pieces of wood to make it look more like a shaker cabinet, and we added new hardware. We added the island. There was no island before, so we added that. We also did new flooring in here. Guys, they had carpet. They had really bad linoleum in here, and then they had carpet in the dining room, which I knew with kids that was not gonna work at all. So we also added these shelves right here. My husband built them, and they have been great, just right above our little coffee nook to house some just decorations and the stuff we use for our coffee. So that has been really helpful. Another huge thing we did in this kitchen is we added the pantry. Guys, this old lady who owned this house before us walked downstairs to get her groceries. And to me, that sounds really awful because I would have to do that 100 times a day. It just would not work. So my dad built this out into the garage because this door right here leads to the garage. So he built this for me, and it has been such a godsend. It is probably one of my favorite things in the whole house. There is so much room in this pantry, and it's a little bit unorganized right now, but it is so big and it is so convenient to have it right here off the kitchen. And then you guys know I did this wall treatment with the wallpaper and the board and batten recently. My dad helped us do that, and I really love how that came out. It was a lot of fun to do, and it was actually a really quick project, so that turned out really well. We also added these lights above the island when we first moved in, so those are fun. Okay, now coming downstairs, this is our hallway. This is more brick that we actually painted black. I love how it turned out. It was quite the task though, because guys, this is very tall. So my husband had to get like a special kind of ladder, and it took a long time to do, but I love it. It has really transformed this space, and it made it look so modern. We also added the carpet when we moved in. All of this carpet flows down to the downstairs. So this is what's in all of the downstairs except for the laundry room. So this is the playroom. When you get down to the bottom of the stairs, this is what you see. You guys have seen this space a lot, especially when I first started YouTube. This is where we homeschooled. The walls down here are all that paneling. I can't think of what it's called, but we just painted right over it. It turned out really well. And so that's what is in most of the walls right here and in this room. But the boys' room, it just has sheetrock on the walls. But this is another brick treatment that I did. It was brown brick before, and I just whitewashed it. I just did a light coat of paint and used, I think it's a sponge or a paintbrush. I think it was a paintbrush, and just lightly went over it. And I really like how it turned out down here. I kind of wish I would have gone for a little bit more of a warmer white color, but overall it looks good. And so I am pretty pleased with it. These are our homeschool shelves that we use for all of our reading books and our reference books. So these have been really helpful to have down here. This was a really ugly orange tile, and I put the peel and stick tile over it, and then I painted around the edges black, and it has held up really well. I did have to put a little Gorilla Glue underneath the bottom of each tile to make it stay better, because it was peeling up a little bit, because the tile underneath it was not completely flat. It was kind of textured. So that has actually held up really well, and everyone thinks that it looks like real tile. We have another really pretty window right here where you can see our chicken coop. And then through here is the guest room. You guys probably saw my video where my dad built this door for us, because before it did not have a door, but we were actually able to count it as a 4th bedroom when we sold the house. So that added a lot of value to the house. This was a fun space to do. That is wallpaper back there that I did. And I have like a little shelf here. We have a place for guests to hang their clothes right here, because this is actually the water closet, so it's not a usable closet for clothes. But this room also has some really pretty windows. The windows in this house are really amazing, and we will definitely miss that wherever we move next, but I will definitely not miss cleaning them all. Okay, so back through the playroom, you have this doorway right here that leads to this hall, and then you have the boys' bathroom here. We have a little closet here, and then the boys' room here. So let me show you the bathroom. Now this bathroom we haven't done a ton to. If we were gonna stay here long term, we were gonna replace the shower and the tile. And whatever this is around the edges. It's not like real tile, it's like a paneling. But we did do some updates in here. I painted the vanity in here, this pretty green color, added new knobs. We got a new mirror and light fixture, and then I did this fun wallpaper. I wanted something really fun in here, but also not super girly since it's mainly used by my boys. And it has been fun. They have really enjoyed it. We also added this trim piece at the top to kind of make this piece merge with this a little bit better and make it look more cohesive. And I added these towel hooks, which are a fun little touch. And through this door is the boys' room. This is where Gabe and Landon sleep. Normally they have Star Wars comforters, but I have changed those out for Masters. But they have so much fun in this room. They are in here a lot playing with Legos and playing their little keyboard over there. And this room we didn't do a whole lot to other than the carpet and the new light fixture, and then of course paint. They have a really good, nice size closet in here that has been really nice for them. Guys, I think that is it. That is the conclusion of this tour. I hope that you enjoyed getting to see our whole house. Thank you for joining me today as I share with you guys our home. We won't be here much longer, but we have enjoyed the time that we have had here. It has been such a blessing to our family, and we are excited for the next sweet family to move here and make memories here. It has been such an amazing home. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.